The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield now. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check 56. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch the boot. Mike 56, Mike 56.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
Mayfield on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Browns. General West.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
I got one. Bang, 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 bang.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 53.
On 2nd and 2, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
There you go, Cam. He can't handle. He's not 6'6". Pull it high. Alert 3. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Nice. Mike, 53. I'm 368. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go. Sponge.
Defense offsides here. Freebie for Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Lead. Man, I got you.
Now a play fake here on first down. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Mike. Here we go.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. Green brings it in. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Two. Move. Mike 51. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Bullett's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little...
He's got a man, complete, and all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland, 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They toss to Mixon. And an alley to run. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Protein spill. Hands up.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Check 53. I'm coming. He goes 368. Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Browns declare first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
A toss play to Chubb. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Run. Let's go.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
All day, every day, any day. Let's go, baby.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 32 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he knocks it through.
His kick is good. Makes the score Browns 7, Bengals 6. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Wait, Lee.
Right here, right here.
Wait,
Watch out in. Everyone.
X3, 218, chopper. Here you go, can.
51 the mic.
Hey, exit.
Watch the
And it'll be Dalton again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Ice. Heavy.
Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Kill.
Pistol.
57 to Mike.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as the team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback has really energized that club.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Let's go.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93. Hands up.
Dalton now to pass. Flush to his right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
Hands up. Leave.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
44. Here you go.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 51, Mike. Mike 51. You ain't doing nothing today.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second and very short. Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're going to need some therapy after this. She go 368.
To throw here, Dalton rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Mayfield going up top. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Hot! You need team! Heavy! Check! 368! Rush in!
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll run on first down. Bernard shows the agility, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got it. Under 10. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. There you go.
Dalton, 1st and 10. This is caught. 23 yards, the final tally. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
2 by 2. Move. Hey.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 6-yard brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Alert!
59 Mike, check.
From the 31, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
King.
Check, 59.
Hey, alert 33.
On first down, it's Hunt. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check. Cross. Here you go. Can. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Check up. Lead. Check. 53's mine. Here we go. Check 3.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hot. Lady. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get that quarterback.
Here's Dalton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Check 52. Here you go, 368. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check.
Dalton here from the gun. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 81 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Right, check, check. I got it.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Third and long for Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's a pickup of 3.
On second down now, Mixon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dalton, he completes it to Boyd. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
61, match box.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Let's go. Nice. Hey, box truck. Y'all 2 by 2. Move.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Here's Dalton. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know. Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 47.
And Dalton to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
368.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton got a man. It's Ross, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
At the 12-yard line.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
368.
951.
Andy Dalton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Passing, it's Dalton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we make one more play, could have had our shutout.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Here you go, 368.
Now Joe Mixon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's third down.
Guys up! VAT! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl!
Dalton now to pass. And Eifert has it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got